Alright, hello, my name is Shane and I'm going to be giving a video on my jammin, ofna jammin, scrt10, just in case anybody's looking up an ofna jammin and maybe wants to see somebody else's setup. I decided I would take a video of mine and post it up. So here we go. Alright, this is my jammin, scrt10. I didn't take a whole lot of time on painting the body, as you can see. I just used what little bit of paint I had around the house. And paint it up. That's why it's a lot of different colors, because I didn't have not one color that would be enough to paint the whole truck. And there's my transmitter, Futaba 4PL. It's not too expensive, pretty good transmitter. Really don't need it just for short course, but any type of vehicles you ever may have, this will pretty much be a good controller to control any of them. So it's good for the money. Might be a little bit overkill though. If you're looking to save money, you can get something a lot cheaper. This came as a roller, meaning that it was pretty much all put together. I just had to put electronics on it. As you can see, the body has been cut. When you get this truck and get out of the package, you might notice immediately the body is a little bit smaller than the normal short course trucks. The tires and wheels, this is not them. These are other tires and wheels that I had. The tires and wheels that come with this kit are a lot smaller. The wheels are smaller, the tires are smaller, and the body is smaller. So when you put normal, regular tires and wheels on it, they rub the body. So I had to cut actually a lot out, try to stop the rubbing on the back. I actually cut a whole lot out, cut out, and I just went ahead and cut the whole back off because that is normally what breaks is around here. So I just cut it off so it'd stop any type of breaking that may happen in the future. Let's go ahead and get the body off. I'll show you my setup. Gotta drink beer while we do this. Alright, as far as my setup, I haven't done anything to this truck other than put electronics on it. It comes ready to go, you know, pretty good. You don't need to spend a whole lot of money on extra stuff. The shocks even come with aluminum shocks, so you don't have that plastic shock cap stuff like you might have on a Slash and stuff like that. So it comes good. You know, it's a race roller, so you don't need to go out and spend a whole lot of money on extra stuff. That's one good thing about it. On this truck, I got a. Let me get where you can see this stuff. I'm in my garage. Sorry for the lighting. It's nighttime. I got a Castle Creations Mamba Max Pro. It's not my first pick. I got it free. Somebody actually mailed it to me off eBay. It's been used one time. It and the motor. I got it all free. But it works good. I can't complain about it a whole lot. Castle Creations Mamba Max Pro. As far as the motor, bear with me. I have a Novak Ballistic 4.5. It came with the ESC. It's a really good motor. I got this free. Once again, I just got lucky. A really good guy I talked to mailed it to me free. I'm military, and he just said he's going to send it to me just for Christmas, I guess. So I got lucky. So a Novak Ballistic 4.5 turn and Mamba Max Pro ESC is what's powering this thing. I got my lap counter, my transponder right here. That way I don't have to keep running them. Far as steering, my servo, I have a Spektrum model number 6020. It's not the most powerful servo, but it does really good. It's $40, and it's actually really good. You know, you could get the 6040. It costs like $80 or $70, and it turns a lot faster, but you really don't need it on these short course trucks. The 6020 is good enough for $40. One thing you might notice is this right here. You're thinking, what is that? All right, that is a Castle. I don't know if you can see that. That's a Castle Beck. It's an external Beck. What it does is it keeps your voltage up high enough so you don't have any cogging with your motor. You don't lose any steering. Because what was happening when I powered this thing up was my motor just didn't take off right. All right, it had a little bit of stuttering in it, or cogging, or however you want to say it. Some people's vehicles actually lose steering and then start up again. I wasn't having that problem. Mine was just this stuttering on the takeoff. And so I took a shot. I looked online. I've seen other people saying they had to have an external Beck because the Mamba Max Pro, something about the internal Beck inside the Mamba Max Pro can't push enough voltage to supply the servo and everything else that's taking it. So I went ahead, I put it on. It cost me like $20 more. I put it on and it fixed all problems. So if you're having any type of cogging or takeoff or steering problems where it's cutting off, I recommend getting a Castle external beck or some other type of beck and wiring it in. There's actually directions on YouTube that show you exactly how to do it. I'm not going to go over all that. It's pretty simple. You just solder it in certain places and it works pretty good. As far as setups, okay, I haven't changed out anything. I still have stock springs, and like I said, it runs good. Tested out on the track and everything. There's no need to change out any springs. They seem to work fine. I put 45 weight shock oil in the front and 30 weight shock oil in the rear. I haven't got to test that out yet. I think it's going to be okay. A lot of people were running like 55, 60 in the front. I just thought that's too heavy. I like to keep it kind of light, so I did go with 45, and I keep my rear light, which is 30. As far as positioning on the front, you got 6 holes on the front shock tower, top 3 and then a bottom 3 right below them. All right, I got it in the top outside, so the top outside, and on the bottom I have it on the outside. Once again, you have 1 hole on the inside, 1 hole on the outside. I have it on the outside. Now for the rear of the vehicle, on the shock tower, you have 3 holes. 3 holes on top and then 3 holes on the bottom. I have it on the top set, middle hole. So middle hole on the top. Middle hole on the top set. On the bottom, I don't know if you can see that. Yes, you can see the inside hole. I have it on the outside hole. So on front and rear, on the A-arms, I keep it in the outside hole. You might want to play around with this. I was running it on top, on the outside top, just like in the front, but I wanted to get it planted a little bit better in the rear, so I moved it over 1. Not a whole lot of change, but we'll see. As far as ride height, I don't have a battery in here, but if I did, you would be able to see. I just have my A-arms going in a little bit, so I have it squatted down just slightly. Same thing for the front. I keep the front slided slightly. I read that a lot of people's front bumpers were breaking, like this was a weak point. But I've hit pretty hard on the front. I've had some bad jumps, and I haven't broke anything yet, so I haven't worried about doing any type of modifications to it. And I'm not gonna say yours, will not break, but I haven't had anything break yet. And when it does, that's when I replace it. And I'm not worried about spending a whole lot of money on hop-ups like I've done other vehicles. Like I said, this vehicle comes pretty good. You got steel axles. Alright, nothing like, like I had a Slash before, it had plastic. You had to go buy like MIP CVDs or something so you wouldn't break down. But these come with steel axles, so I'm just going to run them. I think they'll be okay. Same thing in the front. Front comes with steel axles. And that's my setup. One thing I'd suggest though, when you're installing or messing with a motor and pinion or something like that, it's really easy. It's like 4 screws on the bottom of this thing, 2 on each side of the spur, and then you have 1 up front, which is on your ESC plate back here, right under it, and your whole center diff and ESC plate and everything comes off, and it's real easy to work on the motor and get your pinion and spur mesh and all that perfectly. So it's a really easy truck to work on. One thing I did have though, out of the box, I noticed I had a bunch of oil on my my spur gear, and I didn't worry with it. I ran it for a while, and then I ended up taking it apart and checking it, and I had leaked out. Like from out of the box, it had leaked out like pretty much all of the center diff oil. So I replaced it with 7,000. So I run 5 in the front, 7 in the center, and 3 in the rear. You might find setups that they run lighter, maybe 4, 4, and 2, or 3, 3, and 1. But I like to run 7 in the center, 5 in the front, and 3 in the rear, and it seems to work good for me. That's just something you gotta work with for your track. Right now I have the caliper tires on here, and they seem to do okay. Really good for outside track, but for inside track, like we'll be running during the winter, I'm going to be running hot body beams, which is real good for blue groove of indoor hard pack track. But anything like that, you don't have to necessarily have the hot body beams, but they work really good on an indoor Blue Groove track. And that's my setup, and I just wanted to show everybody. Hope you enjoyed it.